Hi, I'm Hubert Centers. Welcome to Absolute Wealth's weekly edition of Centers Strategies. Let's take a look at this week's strategy. In this week's video, let's take a technical look at Google. So obviously you can see that it's a little bit of a gappy chart. We have some gap action back here, and what you need to know about gaps are they're like unopened, they're like open windows that need to be closed. So you can see here on Google's previous gap, it gapped up and then it ran away, and then it came back and did fill this gap. You can see it filled it right there. Then you also had another gap down situation, which then got filled with some more pressure. So it does like to fill gaps. Now, this is a little bit different one. This was around earnings and stuff like that, which was last week. And you can see that it's gapped down from 640 down to 585-ish, right? So we're gonna zoom in here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to take advantage of the potential filling of the gap, but we're also gonna show you where it could potentially go if it continues the mudslide to the downside. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your fib tool and you're gonna draw from this close to this open. Or you can just go from this low to this high, that's fine. You can go from the high of here, or the low, or the close to the close. I'm just using the close and the low. A 50% retracement, or half of this gap fill, would be $610, so $610. So if you entered it long here around 585.90, you could use these lows, which is 581.5 as a stop. And this would be your first target, 610, and then your next target would be 639. Now, if you're sitting there going, man, I don't think it's going to fill the gap, then where do you think it's going to go if we're wrong on this trade? Number one, we'll have a stop loss here. That's fine. But if it doesn't hold, where is it going to go? It's really easy to determine. All you have to do is first delete the fibs, and then what you're going to do is you're going to change this daily chart to a weekly chart, and then you just want to see where some good old-fashioned support and resistance are. So you can see I've got a line here from this low. Here's the good support trend line, and then we're just going to place a horizontal line about where they should intersect, which is probably going to be right in this area. So we're looking at 530, and then what we want to do is we want to back up and see if there's any other old support or resistance that we can play off of. So there's a little bit here, just a little bit of support. So it could go anywhere from 535 to 511, 535 to 511. So if you like the short side, obviously you could ride it to there and it'll probably bounce. If you're taking a nibble on the long side, we already addressed that in the previous and the daily video, and I'll switch back to it really quick just so you can see that on something. But just remember, obviously it's a high flyer. It does like to trade quite a bit. Changed it to a 2-minute instead of a daily. Hold on, I'll fix that really quick. There we go. Now there's the daily chart. So if you're looking to get long Google, obviously half a gap fill is around this area, 611. You can use these lows as your stop, and that would be your target. So remember, next time you see something that gaps up or down, first see if it has news associated with the up or down gap. 2, see if it has earnings, and then start looking at the technicals of it. And that way you can find your entries, your stop loss, and your target. Good luck, hope it helps. I'll see you on next week's video.